Oh man. Oh man. Fun night. Fun night indeed. I knew this was coming, right? I felt belief. I felt confidence. The two words I believe. That's what matters. That's what matters. Um, Blind faith is good faith. All hope is hope. I knew we could do it. And while we haven't done anything yet, and the Philadelphia 76ers have taken the home court advantage from the Boston Celtics with the game 2 win. We lost. The Philadelphia 76ers lost game 1 by 32 points. Tyrese Maxey, 20 points, 1 for 4 from 3. VJ Edgecombe, 13 points, 0 from 5 from 3. Paul George had a 3. Josh Edwards had 1 3, and Quinn Grimes had 1 3. Those were the only threes on the team. The Sixers had 12 points off the 3. Tonight, VJ Edgecombe had 18 points off the 3, and Tyrese Maxey had 15 points off the 3. And combined, they hit near triple the Sixers' threes. The Sixers 5x'd their 3-point counter and actually shot 50% from 3, while the Celtics shot horrible from 3 in this matchup. Hold on, okay. Okay, well, something's popping up on my screen. Let's just X out of that. The Sixers came in as with 14.5-point underdogs. Boston, obviously, Joe's not back. But the thing was, I'm not shocked by this result. I was saying it all day that I had faith that we could get home court advantage, and we did just that. The Sixers started in the first quarter. This is something interesting to note. The Sixers were up, and then they went down, I think, 23-10. Or adjacent to that. Let me see if I can find a play from that point in the game and kind of backtrack there. Cause I know it was looking better for Boston at most points. With 6 minutes left, okay, that's low. 26-33, down 7. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they only had a 16-0 run. We were up 13-6 or something, 7. We were up, yeah, and they went on a 16-0 run to go, or a 19-0 run to go up 20 points. The Sixers responded, kept it close, only lost the first quarter by 3 points, dominated the second quarter the whole way, and took an 8-point lead into half. This is where it felt real. The third quarter Sixers, I felt they would strike, but they stayed in it. They stayed in the quarter. Right out of the half, it felt like they lost it, and they got it right back. Right out of the half, Derek White hit a big 3, and Jaylen Brown, I think, got a nice basket that beat the shot clock. Nice, kind of like not backboard, but back rim and in basket for him. And that cut the lead from like 7 or 8. I think it was 8 down to 3. And it just felt like it was slipping, but the Sixers responded. I think Justin Edwards hit a big 3 there. Paul George had a bucket on the baseline, and they just stayed in the fight, man. And that's what you got to do, right? It was a dogfight tonight. It was a good game for basically all of it. They pulled away a little bit at the end, but like it was a great game. And at one point in the fourth quarter, the Sixers were up like 8-9 points. The Celtics made a surge. They cut the lead to 1 with a 7-0 run, so it was 8 points. They cut the lead to 2. They had the ball. Jason Tatum missed a 3. Tyrese Maxey drains a 3 on the other end. The Sixers get another stop. We're up 5 now, and Tyrese drains another 3. And it's moments like that in the game that matter the most. Like it's when you get punched, and it's how hard can you punch back? Are you still standing? And the Sixers got punched a lot tonight, but they were always able to stand right back up and keep it together. VJ Edgecombe was the MVP of the game. This is another thing I said. Yeah, he played really bad in game 1. You got to give the guy some growing pains. It was his first playoff game. He comes out today, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals, plus 17, shooting 60% from the field and 60% from 3, 6 for 10 in both categories. Not a 30-point game with no free throws. Tyrese Maxey had 29 with 2 free throws. And the Celtics, very minimal free throw numbers tonight. 11 for the Sixers, 18 for the Celtics. Joel Embiid has taken more than that in regular season games for both sides. Probably taken that combined. But just a good game all around. Sixers' big three of the night, which was Edgecombe, Maxey, and George, combined for quick math 59, 69, 78 points. And the Celtics just didn't play great. Jaylen Brown had himself a game, shot 45% with 36 points. Tatum only had 19. Tatum had a real near triple-double, though, 19, 14, and 9. Pretty good. Derek White played really bad. Their Payne Pritchard did not play well. Just a lot of their Tatum, Brown, Vucevic all shot above 40%. Kata shot 75%, but those are all layups. And everyone else was in the 20s and 10s. Like, really bad for them. And the Sixers role player stepped up. There were times where Kelly Oubre, who shot and made 2 threes, came in clutch. There was times when Justin Edwards, he hit that one clutch 3. Quinn Grimes had some 2 clutch 3-pointers. Like, it's everyone contributed. Bona had a nice block. Barlow, while he didn't score and only had 1 rebound, played some great ISO defense on Jason Tatum to kind of contain him when we needed it. Got us some big stops, and it just feels good to see something that you believed didn't happen. We obviously went in 14.5-point underdogs, if I hadn't say that yet. Like, we were not supposed to win this game. We weren't supposed to be close in this game, and we just flipped the script completely. And the good thing is that we do have some time. We can celebrate this win over Boston, hold this over them till at least Friday night. That is game 3, and we do have home court advantage. Now, do I believe we're going to win all 3 games in a row at home? Probably not. Do I think we can take one of these next 2, take it back to Boston at a tied series, and maybe do this again? Yes. Do I think it's also important to note that with this win, it makes it entirely more likely that Joel Embiid is able to play at some point in a 2-1 series or a 2-2 series or even a 1-1 series. He's probably going to be doubtful Friday. Maybe play. I think he probably will, even if he's listed as doubtful. It's just really, I think we can do it. I believe. The 2 most important words in the series as the huge underdogs. It's good to see this win. It's good to see this win because, well, like I said, I do think it's unlikely that we defend our home court 3 times in a row. The fact that we don't entirely necessarily have to, like, yes, if we do, we win the series. But the fact that it's not like the fact that if we lose one of these next 2 home games, we're not down 3-0 or 3-1, and instead it's 2-1 or 2-2 is huge as well. It gives us kind of a cushioning to stay in the series longer because I do think we win at least one of the home games. And if we win on Friday, I could see us going up 3-1. Do I think it's entirely likely? And yeah, we'll probably still be slight underdogs. It'll probably be like 9.5 points, maybe 8.5, 7.5. I think they'll give us some more respect after the game tonight because I think the thing that happens is we shot so bad on Tuesday night, or not Sunday night. Sorry, this is Tuesday night. We played great tonight. Get off my screen. But we played so good tonight, and we played so bad on Monday. We shot like 17% from 3. VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese both had more individual threes than we did tonight than we did in the entirety of game 1. I think it's important to note that this was a huge game for the Sixers because when you shoot that bad, you are going to the film room. You're looking for, why did we shoot this bad? Why did they shoot this good? And the other team's going back. They're like, oh, we won that game by 30 points. We don't have to make any changes. Look how good we are. And when that feeling is looming, it helps us, in this case the Sixers, pounce and watch film and adjust and be ready for what's coming and take the game against the Celtics. It's exactly what we did. And again, it was a great game to watch from a fan's perspective. I mean, obviously, I would have rathered if it was not my team going through it, but the fact that we came out victorious is so massive. I think this game could swing the pendulum on the series. I think we were like plus 1,000 to win the series before this game, and I was like, oh my. Like, they're going to regret making it like this, right? Someone's going to capitalize. I don't think it's crazy that we win the series. Tatum said it himself, we are not a traditional 7 seed. We are a competitive team. And to all the Boston fans who dig up that Joel Embiid quote from like 4 years ago, you can shove it right back up your butt there because they all like to they like to bring up quotes he said 6 years ago, and it's like, oh look, and it's like, yeah, sure, all right, you just lost. Now what? Now what? And to all those Celtics fans who thought that we didn't want Boston because we lost the first game and played in our first playoff game in 2 years, and our rookie by the way, who was leading the team, didn't play good. We still wanted Boston. There was not a part of my mindset that changed after that game. If anything, I just scrapped that game. Like, yeah, we lost, but what are you gonna do? You're not. We didn't expect to win at 4. It's always been Sixers and 5, Sixers and 6. For me, it was Sixers and 6. I still stand by that one. I think we're gonna go up 3-1 on the series or 2-2, win the game, and I think we win the game in Boston, and then that will either be it or we close it out at home. Um, this Celtics team is way overhyped to me, and I know these quotes can be thrown back in my face, but I genuinely don't believe they will be. Right? I think the Celtics team brings in too much hype, and I think people seriously undervalue an informed Paul George, an MVP candidate Tyrese Maxey, and a Rookie of the Year candidate BJ Edgecombe. Even when we don't have the former NBA Kia MVP Joel Hans Embiid, who will now, since we won this game, return at some point in the series. I think it is incredibly important to note the fact that that is happening because yes, well, the Sixers played with a different play style, a different intensity tonight without Joel. They kind of played faster basketball. They took a lot of earlier shots, and when they were falling, they were falling. And luckily for the Sixers, for most of the night, they were falling. There were stretches where they didn't fall. And so having that reliable guy who you know, if you give it to him in this spot, he'll make that shot 70% of the time, or he'll get to the free throw line 60% of the time, especially going to Philly. Like, let's be honest. Are NBA refs biased? Maybe not really. Are they perfect? No. Does the fact that there's thousands of fans cheering specifically for one team influence the decisions? I think so. I think that refs will make iffy calls for the home team a lot of the time. I think it happened tonight. There was one out of bounds that was very obvious that Nick Nurse was able to get overturned with a challenge, but it's like, I don't know how it got called that way in the first place. You know, what are we doing down there? But I'm really proud of my Sixers for showing out and showing up. I got the free shirt that they toss out at the games these days, the retro shirt on. I didn't want to wear a jersey just in case, but you know we will be repping the Sixers this Friday night in the Xfinity Mobile Arena, the first playoff game in the Xfinity Mobile Arena for your Sixers. And the fact that we are not down 2-0 is so big. I was just hoping for a competitive game. Little did I know that we would be the ones making it uncompetitive. Thank you to the rookie VJ Edgecombe. Thank you to Tyrese Maxey. And a quick shout out to your Philadelphia Flyers for taking a 2-0 series lead last night against that Pittsburgh Penguins. And Porter Martone, the absolute dog he is. That was the first Flyers game I watched of the year. And that 19-year-old has some very, very deserved hype. And I think both these teams are going to win their playoff series. And the Phillies we don't kind of talk about right now. You know, maybe by the time June rolls around and the Sixers just won the NBA championship, maybe the Phillies will claw back to 500 or close. You know, who knows? They suck right now, but who cares? Tottenham will have escaped relegation by then. You know, everything will be looking good. Hopefully, Tiafoe's back from his back injury. My favorite tennis player did get hurt. Unfortunate stuff. But as you can see, I've been talking for a while. I'm starting to ramble on. So I'll leave you with this. The two words that I've uttered throughout this podcast and the two words that we will say to end this podcast are I believe. And also, thank you for watching. But more importantly, I believe.